Hi, and welcome to yet another episode on PT Amazing Info. The topic which we wish to deal is on ants. Maybe when I say ants, it may appear to be very insignificant, but then there is a lot of corporate lessons that we could learn from the ants. But before we learn more about these ants, I would request you to subscribe to this channel. There are English subtitles in this presentation. In case you want to see it in the language that you prefer, then you could use the auto translator and get the subtitles in that language which you are very comfortable with. Ants do not have lungs, but they breathe. They do not have ears, but they hear. They have two stomachs, and I shall tell you about that later. These information about the ants, does it not sound amazing? Ants are found all over the world, except in the Antarctic regions. Ants usually live in colonies, and they are huge in number. The ants are almost in millions, and they have different kind of job roles, different specifications of work which they have to look into. It's amazing to note that the ants have a very clear job description. They are given roles and responsibilities which they adhere to that very sincerely. So it's something like in an organization where you're given a job description, you're given a roles and responsibility and how and what you need to do. Each ant is very particular about the work that it needs to do. For example, the female ants play a very important role. They are the ones who go out and collect food, they feed the larvae, they clean up the colony, they remove the trash, and above all, the female ant workers, they also provide the security for the ant colony. So each of these ants have very clear roles to play, like how we find in an organization. Just similar to that, these ants are very clear on the roles, responsibilities, job description, and the work that they need to do. On the other side, with respects to the male ants, they only are involved in mating the queen ant, and they do not have other responsibilities. However, every ant contributes to what is required for the ant colony. This is how in a corporate organization that we have a different hierarchy. We have people with definite tasks and how they perform so that they can achieve the goals of the organization. Ants, they do not have ears, but still they can hear. But how do they hear? They have very special sensors on their legs. They also have an antenna. So with this, they can find out what is the kind of movement that happens around them, including the sound through the vibration. And since they don't have a ear, they do not listen to any kind of gossip, nor do they speak any gossip, because they are more clear about their work and they don't have time for gossip. So a very good takeaway from the ant and our learning is that we should not gossip. The ants can overstretch them very clearly. They have very strong muscles and they are able to carry with them something which is of a weight more than 10 times or till 50 times their weight. They overstretch and they work for long hours. They don't work on a 10 to 5 job, or they don't say that we can only work for 8 hours like how some do in an organization. They only keep to their work and they see how they could achieve their targets and the goals. The learning from this is that we need to complete our work in time in any organization, on any point of time, on any day. They do not complain of overwork. So should we not complain of overtime, overwork, or getting overstretched. The ants are more disciplined. They move in a file, in a kind of a procession. They go one behind the other. They do not overtake each other. You would never find a traffic jam where the ants are going. They may be numerous in number, but they stick to their lane, they stick to their speed, something like the vehicles that we handle. Sometimes what we do, we try to overtake, we go very fast, accidents are caused, but there is not a single accident, not a stampede. This shows that the ants are so disciplined, and therefore the learning that we have is that we need to be more disciplined in our work and carry on whatever that has been clearly assigned to us. The ants have a very good savings habit. Now they know when it is going to be winter time. They don't get a meteorological report, they don't get when the rains are going to come, they don't have a weatherman report, but they are able to find out that that is going to be winter time. And so they start to save and they pick up grains, food from here and there and put it into their stomach. You may wonder, why should they put it into their stomach? The ants have two different stomachs. In one stomach, what they do is digestion. The other stomach, they just store and keep food for the winter that is approaching or the rains that is approaching. It's something like this. If we have money, we put it into the savings account or into a fixed bank account. Similar to that, they have the character of savings and they put it into the colony and they keep saving it for the future to face any crisis that may come. Hence we find that there is a lot that we can learn from the ant. They are clear on their roles and responsibilities with a job description. They do not gossip, they overstretch in work, and they don't complain. They are very disciplined, and the ants work towards achieving their goal and their target. Above all, they save for the future. So let this be a great learning from all of us. Though the ants may seem significantly not important, but yet they teach us quite a lot in our day-to-day life as well as in our corporate life. So we would like to keep sharing more and more of very different information to you. And if you find it's fine, then you may subscribe to this channel, you may click on the bell button and see that you get more of information, and you could also comment on it, and if you like, click on the like box.